Good morning. Welcome to the Breakfast Show. This is your host Martin Wong, and this morning with the Trade VSA 360, let's take a look what we have for you this morning. Now, last night the Dow did consolidate, I would say that, despite fell for much bigger on Thursday night, I suppose, and this is also due to the US Fitch downgrading the outlook of America in terms of their sovereign bonds debt, and this was because they are carrying too much debt, I suppose. And this is one of the reasons why many people were asking about me whether US remain to be the market to invest in. How should we deal with this new news? But like much of it say, the market remains pretty much undisturbed, I suppose. That's the word we use here. And as such, that let's take a look at the market here. No doubt it does have some sort of repercussion in the matter. Now let's look at the what we have put up for you this morning in our breakfast show here. And definitely we have seen the KLSE in our context has turned stage 3 distribution. The up move has sort of pulled back right now in here, and let's examine how to read this coming market here. Is this going to be a stage 3 distribution? Are we going to move to a stage 4 downtrend in here? The key to successful trading is following the Pentagon guide, and those of you who have by following using our VSA 360 insider buying and selling, and also knowing that you were able to find some of the good stocks in here. And if you're an experience in this, let VSA 360 help you to do the work in here. Do join our program and find out more about our 360 premium member in here. All right, do share this video in timeline so more people benefit. And our 360 in here has all the features as well as the advantages, the edge that you need to stay ahead and look for the stocks that's about to trend up here, right? And of course, for this year, much of the feature will be the powerful insider buy and sell guide, which I'll share you a couple of shares that we have last week and see how this market goes. But for now, let's take a look at the VSA 360 for the morning, 4th of August, and where we are. And of course, this is the morning that it is. And pretty much the market sentiment is all driven by foreign funds. So first thing we want to look at is the foreign fund flows here, that just above me. And let me just bring this up. So you can see right on top, just move to the sideway. You can see as long as we have three consecutive selling here, market's going to come down. And the same pretty much what we have right now. If we do see that red bar just below here, it is likely to sell down and was minus 86 million in here. Kind of sad, if you look at our KLSE market, really driven a lot by foreign funds, as I said before. That's the one. Property remained to be a strong sector. You can see still holding up from last week. Where is technology? Technology has turned forward, so we mean U-turn lah. All of a sudden U-turn in here, and this morning market is pretty much up just the foot. So let's take a look at after we have a nice meteoric rise, and you can see from here what are those still positive. Property continue to rifle up, which already been 30 days. Again, uptrust. So when you see uptrust, do be careful. That is the first sign of distribution, and which is much what we see right now on the KLCI right now. Property sectors, the utility KLCI is still here, 23 days. You can see hasn't turned yet, but we do have an uptrust, and that's what I want to be showing you this morning. And healthcare is actually looking pretty solid. Also uptrust. All right, all these are punctuated by uptrust. Technology turned red Pentagon finally. You can see here after being sell off, they did turn red Pentagon, right? And let's see whether this market is going to be going up right now. Finance, finance also turned red Pentagon yesterday. You can see some of these just turned. Energy also turned red Pentagon. So overall sentiments are turning downwards. It's just a matter of time KLCI will turn. As you can see, many of these smaller sectors has already turned downwards. A red Pentagon in here. And just take note of some of these stocks that we have here, okay? And so also look at the KLCI monthly return, which we always do in the V360 in here. For the month of July has been the most positive here, about 6%, very positive. So month of August maybe just slightly positive, right? But the month of September will be the sell-off. So it's going to go straight up, come back down, and then boom, all the way down. And then we will see October whether there will be some more interesting month for the October month to come back. All right. So this is the kind of market that we are looking at. Let me know what you think inside there, and do pencil some of the things that you have in your respective comment section in here. Really appreciate it. All right, another thing we want to look at is the alert. Most of my alert already been out, so I have to check the history. So you want to check the history of my alert. I go to stock alert history. Here you can see OCK. Those I've been created right here, and you can see from here onwards the notification. Some already notified about a day ago. OCK, hectare, turn, all hitting red pentagon, hitting the price bottom. CCK turn 75. Hatta also hit 220. All right. KGB hit 147. So it actually hit my bottom level in here. All right. So you just need to make sure you know what you are looking at the charts where we were. Silver Ridge. Okay, but another one I want to draw your attention is the central alert center, which is the overall market where we are. You can see many of them turn red pentagon. As a matter of fact, a lot of them turn red pentagon. So just keep an eye when they started to turn green. You just need to log in once a day to check out. Some of these already turn, and as such that we have seen partly also contributed by the foreign funds that we see earlier on there. All this has turned red pentagon in here. All right, if you have any question or any stocks that you want me to feel free to look at. And a very good morning for those of you who just joined us again in here. All right, so let's move on to the next is the schematic diagram of the KLCI. You can see KLCI is in stage 3. SOW is expiring, like we saw many of those sectors. So you've been seeing overall the foreign funds, the sectors, then it's going to be sort of make it very clear. So what we are looking for is the next stage, the stage 4 markdown, the stage 4 markdown. Okay, and that's the one we want to pay attention, the markdown. And when you see this markdown, this is where it will be coming down in here, but not before a red pentagon. The red pentagon will come out, but I'm just sharing with you how you want to see this. Of course, here is where the green pentagon, it broke through the old high, picks up, and SOW. As the market usually go higher, you look for pickup. As the market going down, you want to see, just as like when you're driving a car, right? When you drive a car, you anticipate where the bend is, so you bend into it. So it's a very similar thing too. As the market go higher, you anticipate the sign of weakness, so you know where they are and you react. You don't like driving a car when you see the bend only, you say, hey, what should I do? You don't do that. So being a very proactive trade VSA allows you to do that, to see in front what's left in here and look at the stage 4 markdown, right? Entering it if you see that's a good trade. So if you look from the KLCI, we do have a spring, so that's strength coming in here, but we have a 2-bar reversal. This is where we have 2 double SOW, upthrust and a SOW. So we want to see how this market will tape off and what we're going to do. So the market also find likely support at 1450, 1440 here. This is where the support is going to be. If it does break this, what are we looking for? Red pentagon. That's right. The red pentagon is something that tells you and make it so much easier where the market likely to go. And looking at the market stages, okay, market stages, we have foreign fund flowing 9 out of 11 times. That was last week when it broke through the 200-day moving average. Right now it's still holding up at that level in here, but we have 3 consecutive outflow. So we have outflow right now. So we have outflow, and this is something that we have to pay attention and make sure that the charts, right, corresponds to the outflows in here. All right, watch out for more SOW in here. We got upthrust already. If it does hold the 200-day moving average, which I think it does, and it will continue to move up from here. The biggest move is always here. Then you have some support here, then another retest before the market push back up again to 1460. I have full confidence that eventually, looking beyond September and October, the KLCI is going to move up. But in between, you're going to have this kind of volatility that we see right now here. So what we're going to do is look for a couple of trade opportunity, and look back to 31st of July in here that we see. So 31st July is a function. So many of you, and we want to provide this as also a training for our members here and also the public. So you can see from our screener, you have the ST, LT in here. These are important to make sure, let's read this together, that we want to make sure that the stocks that we pick are in our favor and moving above the stage 2 shares, moving higher stage 2 shares here. So this is why we want to pay attention to the ST and LT, short-term trend and long-term trend. So we want to make sure most of this that we look at, the LT is minus 0.5 and ST minus 5, okay? LT and ST. So that way we stay above the support level, continue to be bullish and also purple too. So this is how we do it. And also one of the important columns in our Pentagon Guider is the percentage due date, which means from the Pentagon to right now. And some of the stocks just don't fly out. Like a good range to monitor is within a few percentage from the Pentagon. I'm going to share with you here how we can pick these stocks, which will be in our favor. So that's how Pentagon Guider will work, right? And let's do a demo right now and show you how to do that. So we go on to the screener, the Pentagon Guider here, and these are from yesterday. So we want to look back on the 31st, which is the Monday. So we'll submit that one, and we'll key in the minus 0.5 and the minus 5 here. So we ensure that we pick all those which is already filtered, 10 out of 35. And we want to sort out by the price here. So we want to make sure things that is above. MN, this is construction in here. Construction is red Pentagon. So you can see this one is red Pentagon. Is it red Pentagon? Now this is not turned blue Pentagon in here, but the construction, I believe, has turned red Pentagon. Okay. So property is still green. All right, construction is already red Pentagon in here. So this one here, you can see our market just pops its head up in here and pretty good solid trade, lots of tests. If it's going to break up, this is a nice one. Let's look at Echo World International. You got Uptrust pulling back in here, not so good. Okay, and Miko. Now these are very small volume, 500, don't bother. So why I'm sharing with you? This one is quite good. CCK, you can see a nice pullback. Push up this morning here. This is a good one. CCK. That's the one you want to be looking at. Pelican. Okay. Uptrust got test here, but usually after Uptrust, market can move sideways. It will take some time. So CCK is a good one. So keep in mind, CCK. For you, those of you who write down in here. And then we got Talada. Okay, Talada. All these are very small volume. 50,000 CITOS. CITOS also okay, but it's in range bound in here. You got KKB, too small of a volume, 433. This one also 2,000, don't bother. This one UMW, no lah, $4. We don't choose those kind of stuff. So we have CCK and maybe MNRB are these two. All right, so keep that in mind. And next week, so I'll just make a note on my notes here, right? And so next week we will choose. Okay, so this week we look at CCK and MN Holdings. Am I right? Holdings. Okay. Let me just check the code again. So next week you'll come back and check out this and see how well we fare. MNLDH. Okay. MNLDH. MNLDG. Okay. ML. All right. So this is this week. And definitely next week you're gonna know. All right, next thing you want to look at is the insider report. Okay, the insider report, it's a very good way. It gives us an insight to where the market is likely to see some sort of insider buying. All right, let's check out our insider buying from last episode. Okay, last episode we were looking at Sintex. So you can see from here, Sintex around between 350 and 360. It'll be interesting to see where is Sintex. So you can go on to Sintex. You can see, oh, this Sintex back. Go to Sintex. All right, how easy to use Sintex here. And 350 still holding up, a lot more buying, right, compared to what we saw last week. That was here holding up here. I think that's pretty decent if you look back past 6 months. Yep, push it up a bit here, you can higher. So that's pretty decent. You got a lot of buy call also from UBK Hang. So, but got overhead resistance. This is a good stocks 4 out of 8. Just keep in mind a long-term FAD, a growth, and also Sharia compliance. Okay, Sharia compliance here. And move on to the next one, which we talked about last week, 28, is Ancon Nilex. Okay, so Ancon Nilex, ANCOM, Nilex, rated 3 out of 8. So that's pretty long-term growth company in here. And last week we were somewhere so unchanged also, except turn red pentagon finally. Yeah, but pull back again here. So you can see from here onwards, the market has pushed back up right now. It's not a good stock because right now it's a support level here. Right at the support level here, and the resistance to is 112, which is quite far away. Right now it's not the entry because it's already turned red pentagon. So just keep that in mind. So let's take a look for this week. Okay, so this week we found out that we have bar west. Okay, bar west, lots of buying in here, but we have a 2 bar because of the overhead resistance. Let's see next week how is it going, and let's take a look and who is bar west. Who are the buyer for bar west? Bar west is Borneo Aqua Holding. It's a loss-making company. You can see here, lots of buy on top. 3 point. Ino Sabah is buying. Oh, Ino Sabah, UOB Kay Hian also buying a lot. Right. So Lo Fui Ming. Wow. But this one is a mining company, right? Yes, I think this is a mining company. No, this is fishery. That's right, fishery. They have another one. All right. So this is can be a very volatile company. Oh, but this is up 25%, but it's not a stock you want to hold long term, Okay. The baiting. Oh, the founder low. But trading like hotcakes after shareholder drop lawsuit. Okay, this is interesting to see, but definitely you can see right now, having hindsight, this was a wash. See, from 18 cents now go back up 30 cents. So this is definitely a trading stocks. Okay. Interesting. So let's take a look at the next one is MJ Perak. Okay, MJ Perak for the foreign. Let's take a look at MJ Perak. So MJ Perak right now is, we're seeing some buying in here. G Capital, or that G Gunung Resources, right, which is also another major shareholder. I think they all, and also I think one of them is the Resources, and what about this one here, G Capital? Yep, it's someone else is buying, but it's kind of illiquid too on the left hand side here. So just take note of it. But we'll see whether this stock is going to go up or not. All right, of course, there are all the features available for package, being a premium member at low price at $2 per day in here. Great review for those for our members in here. Check out our VSA 360, and I also love to hear your feedback. What are things that you want me to cover? And if you want me to, we'll look at some stocks right now. Great. Gas Malaysia. Let's check out Gas Malaysia here. So first thing I look at Gas Malaysia, it is definitely a fundamental stock. So you can see it's a long term, it's a FAD, good dividend, it's a growth, a Sharia compliance here. Gas Malaysia now trading at $3. Okay, floating shares are very small, so can be manipulated. Just keep that in mind. Or it's still the whole point. This is what I talk about in here. Some of these shares volumes are very low. 47k this morning, so not too bad, but there are some. But there are EPF buying. It pays 7% dividend, so this is definitely a dividend play. So if you switch back to 6 months, market broke through. You're right at the support here. So this is a long-term stocks. You gotta wait a bit, This is a long-term stock, not really much of a trading stocks in here, because as the market drop a bit lower, more people will buy them. Okay. Lots of rated 5 out of 8. Okay. Any more shares? If you have any more shares want me to look at, feel free to pencil those in here. Right. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel in here, and also follow me on TikTok. And of course, our Telegram chat room is where we distribute all our podcasts, educational and material in here for you to stay ahead of the market with the tools of like SmartRobie and our VSA 360 in here. Right, Kong Ming, what's $2, 2 ringgit per day. So if you subscribe to VSA 360, it looks like it's 2 ringgit per day. All right, the cost of it, because you have a package, you can subscribe for 6 months and also 12 months. So as low price of 2 ringgit per day for our packages in here. All right, so that's all we have for this morning. Thank you for coming, and I'll see you on Monday for Breakfast Show with SmartRobie. Thank you then.